NBA really fast. Couple of games going on today. Atlanta Dream, Connecticut Sun. Dallas Wings against the Vegas Aces. I'd probably take the Sun and the Aces in a parlay, but you're not going to get a lot of value there. Chicago Sky against the Seattle Storm. That should be a pretty good game, actually. I actually think the Storm, or rather the Sky, plus 9.5. Storm have covered 9.5 in 9 of their last 10 games. On the road, 9 of their last 10 games. I would take the Sky to cover. Sky plus 9.5. The Seattle Storm have only covered at home 7 of the last 10. I will grant that. Head-to-head matchups. Sky have covered this the Sky have covered this every time. So picks I'd give out right now, I would take. In fact, I'll do this on my own after a moment, but Sun on the money line, Aces on the money line, Sky plus 9.5. As for Mercury and Sparks, I lean towards the Mercury just on a straight up whim. But I'm not as sure about that game. I feel like you get a bounce back from the Mercury. I'll take the Mercury on the money line on that one. So those would be my picks for that. Very quick picks. Rich L, jump on over to YouTube to watch the show or DM me on Instagram, but we've gone through them a couple times, so I want to keep going with the research that we're going to be doing. Appreciate you guys being with us. If you guys have a pick that you want us to research, a game that you want us to focus on, write it in the comments section, write it in the chat. More than happy to have you guys put in your questions, and we want to make sure that we answer everything that you guys care about. So if there's a game you want us to focus on, now's the time to ask about it. So let us know, what's the game you're focused on? Yeah, Tommy Jones, I'm not sure what's going on with YouTube either. Vincent Coakley just subscribed on YouTube, so maybe I just wrote a message on YouTube. We'll see. Aaron's asking about Rangers on the money line. Let's go do some research on that one, everybody. Let's talk about those Texas Rangers. Let's get back to baseball now that we've talked a little bit of WNBA. And let's get back to baseball. We're focused on Rays and Rangers. Market heavily favoring the Rays on this one. 82% of tickets are on the Rangers, but 62% of the money is on the Rays. As for the run line, it is favoring the Rangers at -1.5. Over under set at 7.5 runs. A very low total for this one. Zach Little on the mound against Nathan Eovaldi. Let's take a look at how the Rays have done. Rays coming off an away win, last game of a series. Coming off an away loss, last game of a series. They're 4-2 straight up. They've actually won their last 4 games in a row under this scenario. Under has performed better at 4-2. Starting pitcher for the Rays today. Rays are 9-8 in his starts, 9-8 on the run line, over under 9-8 as well. But when he has pitched on the road, 5-3 straight up, 5-3 on the run line. When he's been a road dog, 2-1 straight up. When he's been a dog at any point in this year, 3-2 straight up, 3-2 on the run line. The over is 4-1 when Little is pitched as a underdog at any point this season. Flipping it around, Nathan Eovaldi. Nathan Eovaldi so far this year, 8-6 in his starts. The under is 9-4-1. When he has pitched at home for the Rangers, the under is 7-1-1. The Rangers are 7-2 in his starts straight up, 5-4 on the run line. When he's pitched as a home favorite, same thing. When he's pitched as a favorite at any point this year, 6-2-1 favoring the under, 6-3 straight up. When he's faced a team with a losing record, 4-3 straight up, 4-3 on the run line, unders 5-2. I'm kind of curious how Eovaldi has done against his former team, the Rays, in his career. Eovaldi against the Rays. Eovaldi 11-7 in his career against the Rays, but Eovaldi has won the last 2, 4, 6, 8. Eovaldi has won his last 8 straight starts against the Rays. That dates back to August of 2021. Since August of 2021, Nathan Eovaldi has made 8 starts against the Tampa Bay Rays. He's won every single one of them. That is the kind of trend that I'll certainly buy into today. I'm going to take the Rangers on the money line. I understand that the market's not backing me up on this, but sometimes you see a trend and you just got to believe in it. By the way, it wasn't like I was loving the trends for the starting pitcher of the Rays. I will kind of flash back over here just because I want to see how the Rangers have done. After a home win, last game of a series, man, only 2-4 straight up, but they have won their last 2 under that scenario. The under's 5-1. I'll lean maybe just, I don't like the over-under 7.5. You could talk me under 9.5. You could probably talk me over 5.5, over 6.5. I'm not going to touch the total, but I will touch the game. I'll go with the Rangers on the money line. Rangers on the money line on this one. I'm really just believing in Nathan Eovaldi. His history against the Rays has my belief. His starting pitching so far this year, very strong, specifically at home this year. 7-2 straight up at home. 8 straight wins against the Rays. I'll take Nathan Eovaldi on the money line. Aaron's going Rangers on the money line. Happy to hear it. Jay, what's up? Athletic game going over. By the way, Oakland, what was going on yesterday? There were some games yesterday that had some crazy high run totals. So really interesting to see that there. Really surprised by it. Today's matchup, the Orioles getting 80% of the tickets, 69% of the money, 91% of the spread tickets, 84% of the spread money. The under's getting more love. Over getting 95% of the tickets, but the under is getting 39% of the money. So Jay, the money market favoring the under. Kind of interested by that. Let's take a look at it. By the way, when the A's have played at home on a Sunday so far this year, they are 1-5 on the run line. 1-5 on the run line. They are one of just 2 teams with that level of record, that bad a record. The Athletics and the Angels at home on a Sunday, 1-5 on the run line. So if you believe in those things, if you like the Orioles, there may be some value at -1.5, just given the history of the Athletics at home. Now, if you don't like the Orioles on the money line, then there you go. Orioles coming off an away loss. Last game of a series after an away loss. Wow. Orioles are 1-5 on the run line. Did not expect that. The Orioles, after an away loss, last game of a series, 2-4 straight up, 1-5 on the run line. How about Grayson Rodriguez? Really quick, just jumping over to the starting pitcher. When Grayson Rodriguez has pitched for the Orioles, they're 11-4 straight up, 11-4 on the run line. How about when he's pitched on the road? 6-2 straight up, 6-2 on the run line. The over is 6-2 as well. How about as an away favorite? Same thing across the board. How about when he's pitched after an Orioles loss? Grayson Rodriguez is 6-0 straight up and 6-0 on the run line when he pitches after an Orioles loss. So we talked about a moment ago, the Athletics are 1-5 as a home team on a Sunday. Grayson Rodriguez, 6-0 straight up, 6-0 on the run line when he pitches after a loss. When he pitches after a road loss, only happened once this year, 8-6 win against the White Sox. Now when he pitches after a loss and then he pitches on the road, 3-0 straight up, 3-0 on the run line. That has me believing in it enough. I will take Orioles on the money line. Orioles on the money line. You could probably talk me into the Orioles -1.5. I want to see the other side of this, though. Mitch Spence, starting pitcher for the Orioles. A's are just 2-7 in his starts, so I lock in. I like the Orioles on the money line. Trends for the 2 starting pitchers back that. when Mitch Spence has pitched at home. 1-4 straight up. They are 3-2 on the run line. When he pitches after an Oakland A's win, 0-2 straight up, 1-1 on the run line. The under is 2-0. I wouldn't touch the total for this game from what I'm seeing. If I had to go in any direction, I might actually lean just slightly towards the under. The weather for that one favoring the under a little bit. Likelihood of home runs down 7%. Likelihood of runs down 2%. Jay, I'd probably take under 9.5, under 9. But frankly, I like the Orioles on the money line the most. I'll take Orioles on the money line on that one. Let's take a quick look at the player prop bets for that game to see if there's anything we want to jump on in relation to that one. Brent Rooker against Grayson Rodriguez is 2 for 2. And against right-handed pitching, hitting 281. Over his last 10 games, he has a hit in 8 of his last 10. Brent Rooker over half a hit. I would put him on the board right now. I'll do that. Brent Rooker over half a hit. Brent Rooker over half a hit. Additionally, on the other side, Mitch Spence, there isn't one Oriole hitter who has a hit against him. I'd still take Gunnar Henderson over half a hit if you can get it. Over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs isn't available, so maybe Brent Rooker is the only one we're going to take, even though we're taking Orioles on the money line. Interesting. Yeah, no one has a hit against Mitch Spence. No wonder the money is backing the A's a little bit more than expected. That said, I'll back the trends on this one. I'll take the Orioles on the money line, but Brent Rooker is a nice little player prop bet to mix in there. Again, if you guys want to see every bet that I make every single day, just DM me on Instagram. They're always available for free. So DM me on Instagram to see every bet that I make. DM me, Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. I'll hook you guys up. They're never behind a paywall. They're always for free because that's how they should be. Next one we're going to look at, we're getting a request over from YouTube asking, Mac is asking for Tigers and Reds. Let's go to work, everybody. Tigers and Reds is going to be the next one that we focus on. Market for this one, 69% of the tickets are on the Tigers to win, but 40% of the money is on the Reds, so kind of an interesting push-pull there. As for the spread, 74% of tickets, 83% of money on the Tigers, minus 1.5. Tariq Skubal on the mound for this one. That's what's lending itself towards the Tigers as a road favorite. When the Tigers have been a road favorite in the last game of a series so far this year, they're 2-2 straight up, but 0-4 on the run line. 0-4 on the run line, over 3-1. So that certainly stands out. How about the Reds? Last game of a series as a home dog so far this year. Wow, 1-3 straight up, only 1-3 on the run line, and the under's 4-0. So we do have some strong trends in this, just going in opposite directions. Let's take a look at Graham Ashcraft. Graham Ashcraft on the mound for the Cincinnati Reds. 7-7 straight up, 9-5 on the run line. The over is 10-4. When Graham Ashcraft has pitched at home so far this year, 3-2 straight up, 3-2 on the run line, 3-2 favoring the over. When he pitches after a Reds loss, when he pitches after a Reds loss, 4-6 straight up, 6-4 on the run line. When that loss happens to be at home, 4-2 on the run line. When he has pitched against a team with a losing record, 4-5 straight up. The over is 7-2. Keep your eye on the over 8.5 for this Reds and Tigers game. Let's take a look at Skubal. Flip it around here. Tariq Skubal. The over's 11-6 in his starts. On the road, the over's 5-4. With Skubal on the mound, the Tigers are just 2-7 on the run line. I'm going to take the Reds plus the 1.5. This is how I'm going to play this one. I'm going to take Reds plus 1.5, and I'll take Tigers, and I'll take the Reds And I'm going to take the over. Tigers, Reds, and I'll take the over 8.5. I really want to take the over 7.5. Because Skubal on the mound just has me a little bit concerned. Over 7.5 is available at -140. That's the right play for me. Yep. So over 7.5 is what I would do for Tigers and Reds. But I take Reds plus 1.5, and I would take the over 7.5 in that one. Appreciate you guys joining the show. Hope you guys are enjoying the content and the conversation. Make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're with us every time we go live. If there is a game you want us to focus on, make sure you put it in the comment section. All of our picks are up on the big board. All the picks we've done during the show, I should say, are up on the big board right now. You can see that live on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. That's where I share my screen. Instagram Live and TikTok prefer seeing the human, so that's why we don't just show our computer screen. We've done that in the past, and the algorithm hates it. So that's why you're getting more of like a podcast experience. But if you want to see the screen, you want to see us do the research, you want to see the picks up on the big board, jump on over to YouTube. That's Butt Fumble Sports over on YouTube. Again, I also make a lot of picks throughout the day that aren't up on the screen or aren't during the show. If you want to see every bet I make every day, I can't hide them, I can't delete them, they're always available for you. DM me on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports. DM me on Instagram to get every bet that I make every single day. They're never hidden, they're never deleted, they're always accessible. I'm a big believer in that. Next game we're going to focus on, we're getting a lot of talk about the Guardians. So let's take a look at that Guardians game, everybody. That's going to be the next one that we focus on. Giants and Guardians, next game that gets our attention. I should mention the weather for this game. Giants and Guardians, likelihood of runs up maybe a little bit for this one, so just kind of an interesting take. By the way, Carlos Carrasco, Hayden Birdsong on the mound for the Giants. Let's take a look at the money market first things first. For this one, a 140 start. Money coming down on the Guardians on the money line. 78% of the tickets, 87% of the money. But very, very interesting here. The run line market is heavily favoring the Giants. 72% of the money is on the Giants to cover plus 1.5. Despite the Guardians getting 73% of the tickets, the Giants are getting 72% of the money on the plus 1.5. So keep your eye on that. And the under is actually getting a lot of love. Despite 88% of the tickets being on the over, 48% of the money is on the under. So keep your eye on Guardians money line, Giants plus 1.5, and the under based on how the markets are responding to this game. Giants as an away dog, last game of a series so far this year, 3-5 straight up, 4-4 on the run line, 5-3 on the over. Coming off a loss in the previous game, 5-10 straight up, 7-8 on the run line. The over is 10-5. When that loss also came on the road, 5-8 straight up, 7-6 on the run line, 9-4 straight up. When the Giants are on the road against a team with a winning record, 6-14 straight up, 10-10 on the run line. When they're coming off a loss in the previous game, 4-8 straight up. Everything's favoring the Guardians right now. Not surprised. Let's take a look at the Guardians side of things. Last game of a series as a home favorite. Guardians are 10-2 straight up. They're one of the best teams at home so far this year. 7-5 on the run line. So despite being very good straight up on the run line, not great. So keep your eye on that one. Guardians coming off a win in their previous game as a home favorite. 6-2 straight up, 5-3 on the run line. Let's take a look at the starting pitching matchup. So far, Guardians on the money line is what's getting my attention. But let's take a look at that spread right now. Carlos Carrasco, 6-9 on the run line, 6-9 straight up as well. When Carrasco was pitched at home this year, 3-3 straight up, 3-3 on the run line. The under is 4-1-1. The under is 4-1-1 when Carrasco pitches at home. When Carrasco is pitched as a favorite this year, they actually are 5-3 straight up, but 3-5 on the run line. It's kind of where I'm coming out on this one. Guardians on the money line, Giants plus 1.5. How about a Hayden Birdsong? Hayden Birdsong on the mound for the Giants so far this year. Giants are 2-0 when Hayden Birdsong has pitched. They're 1-1 on the run line. The under is 1-0-1. I'm going to take Guardians on the money line. I'm going to take the Giants plus 1.5. I am kind of splitting the difference on this one. Guardians money line, Giants plus 1.5. That matches what the money markets were showing us. So I kind of like splitting the difference on that one. Again, that's Guardians money line, Giants plus 1.5. Yusuf, hope you're doing well. Elliot Robinson, how you doing? Antonio, how do you feel about the Astros? Let's go look at the Astros game. Astros, Twins. Market for this game. 76% of the tickets are on the Twins. 87% of the money on the Twins. Twins are the favorite. Money coming down on the Astros to cover, though. While 72% of the tickets are on the Twins to cover, 64% of the money is actually on the Astros to cover. Really quick, let's dive into it. Astros coming off a loss against a team with a winning record, and they're on the road. 5-10 straight up. Wow, 5-10 on the run line. 6-9. Now they have won 4 of their last 6, so it's a little deceiving here. How about when they're an away dog following a loss in the previous game? 4-3 straight up, 4-3 on the run line. When they're an away dog, and it's the last game of a series, 4-1 straight up, 4-1 on the run line. So when the Astros are a road dog, last game of a series, 4-1 straight up, 4-1 on the run line. The only time they didn't cover the run line was a 2-run loss against the Giants. So liking Astros plus 1.5 right now. Let's look at it from the Twins' point of view. Last game of a series, home favorite, coming off that win. They're 3-3 straight up, but they're 2-4 on the run line. So again, Astros on the run line might be the best play right now. Over's been better at 4-1-1. Let's go look at the 2 starting pitchers. Simeon, Woods, Richardson on the mound for the Twins. When Richardson's pitched so far this year, 10-4 straight up, 8-6 on the run line. When he pitches at home, 5-1 straight up, 4-2 on the run line. When he's pitched as a favorite this year, 7-2 straight up, but 4-5 on the run line. So again, Twins on the money line, Astros plus 1.5. How about Spencer Arrighetti on the mound for the Astros? They're 7-8 straight up and on the run line in his starts when he pitches on the road. 2-6 straight up, 2-6 on the run line. When he pitches as an underdog, 1-2 straight up, 1-2 on the run line. I'm going to split the difference on this one as well. I'm taking Twins on the money line. I'm taking Astros plus 1.5. I feel maybe better about the Astros plus the 1.5 on this one. Let's go over to the player prop bets. Let's see if there's anybody from this game that we want to put some money behind. Astros, Twins. Simeon, Woods, Richardson. Alex Bregman, 1 for 2 in the 1 hit, was a home run. Keep your eye on Alex Bregman. Over half a hit isn't available, but over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs is. That's hit in 7 of his last 10 games. Against a right-handed pitcher, it's hit in 9 of his last 10. I'm putting this one up on the board as well. That's Alex Bregman over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. I like that one. Alex Bregman just been really performing well of late. On the other side of things for the Twins, no history against this starting pitcher. Everyone is going to be talking. Oh, Miranda's not in the lineup today. Kind of interesting there, giving him the day off. Carlos Correa hitting .305. He's gone over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs in 8 of his last 10 games against the Houston Astros. He's actually gone over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs in 7 of his last 8 games against them. So I would also take that. I'd take Carlos Correa over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. So I just think it's going to be a good game out there in Minnesota today. Appreciate you guys being with us. Hope you're enjoying the content and enjoying the show. Brecken, great to see you. Of course I remember you. How could I forget? I could see how they play without Alvarez, actually, Aaron. I'm just not going to dive into that at the moment. Jays and the Mariners is the next game we're going to focus on. Jays and Mariners. This is Berrios against Kirby. Pretty good starting pitching matchup. Market favoring the Mariners in terms of the money line, favoring the Blue Jays in terms of the run line. Total for this game set at 7.5. Blue Jays as a road dog. Last game of a series are 2-6 straight up, but 4-4 on the run line. When they are coming off the Blue Jays. Here is an unbelievable trend for you. This is one of our undefeated trends of the day. This is an undefeated trend today, everybody. An undefeated trend for the day. The Blue Jays, as a road dog, the day after, the game after a win, they are 0-9 straight up. We have an undefeated trend for you. The Blue Jays, when they won the previous day's game, and they're a road dog today, 0-9 straight up. Putting it up on the board. Mariners on the money line, guys. Mariners on the money line. That's an undefeated trend. That is a phenomenal one. Blue Jays, 0-9. They're 3-6 on the run line, but 0-9. What a trend. How about the Mariners side of things? We're already taking Mariners on the money line. I'm not screwing around with it. But Mariners, last game of a series at home as a favorite. They're 5-6 straight up, 5-6 on the run line, 2-9, favoring the under. Under's been very good. When they're coming off a loss in that scenario, 2-2, 2-2, 2-2. When they are coming off a home loss this year, 6-7 straight up, 6-10 on the run line. By the way, Mariners in day games at home, it's kind of a random thought, 6-8. Blue Jays, day games on the road, 9-11, just kind of interested. I'm going with that trend, though. Mariners on the money line based on the trend we saw. Blue Jays as a road dog after a win on the road. They haven't won this year. George Kirby is 6-12 on the run line this year. At home, 6-2 straight up, 4-4 on the run line. George Kirby as a favorite this year, 7-6 straight up, 4-9 on the run line. So Blue Jays plus 1.5. I understand why there's value there. But again, I'm going to be a big believer in the Mariners getting the win today. How about Jose Berrios this year? 12-6 straight up. How about on the road? 4-5, 4-5. The under's looking like a decent play, under 8.5. But I'm going to take Mariners on the money line and kind of stick to that. There's nothing else I really love from that game. Nothing else I have a lot of conviction behind. Let's take a look at the player prop bets really quick for that one. Blue Jays, Mariners. Anyone with good history against George Kirby? George Springer is 2 for 5. George Springer, 2 for 5. He does have a hit in 8 of his last 10 games on the road. He has a hit in just 4 of his last 10, though, so I'm not going to take that. Jose Berrios, there are a number of number of Mariners who hit him well. Ty France has a hit, has a 556 average against him. I'll take Ty France over half a hit. Ty France over half a hit. Luke Raley? Nah. I'll take Ty France over half a hit, though. I'm going to put that up on the big board. Ty France over half a hit. Anyone else? Julio Rodriguez, but I don't know if he's playing today. He's not available, at least, to bet on. Appreciate you guys being with us. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. What did I say about the Jays coming off so when the Toronto Blue Jays play as a road underdog after winning the previous game, they're 0-9 straight up. So Jay, one more time. Blue Jays as an away underdog, the game after winning, they're 0-9 straight up. 0-9 straight up. You bet $100 every time, you'd be up. Safest money line today, regardless of value. I mean, based on the trend I just told you, I think it might be Mariners on the money line. But what's the safest? I don't like the idea of safe, but that's probably up there. That's probably up there. I think Mariners on the money line I'm not going to say safest, but it's probably my favorite play of the day. I do think that the Royals are going to win today. That's one I'll put up on the board right now. Royals on the money line. We'll put that one up on the board for all you folks out there. Royals on the money line. Any other games that we like? I like the Angels plus 1.5, but I like Angels plus 1.5. I really like the Marlins on the money line as well. I'll put that one up on the board. Marlins on the money line. I like the Marlins on the money line as well. Guys, I think we're coming to the end of the show. This has been a longer one. Hope you guys have enjoyed every single second of it. If you missed any of our picks so far today, just DM me on Instagram, ButtFumbleSports. DM me to get every bet that I make every day. I give away my picks for free because my attitude is you guys shouldn't be paying for picks. You guys should just watch the show, enjoy the content, but I give away my picks for free every day. I'm not a professional sports bettor. I'm actually a producer of sports content. I have been for ESPN, Fox Sports, CBS Sports, and Jim Rome. That's my background. So I love doing this research on my own for fantasy football, fantasy baseball, fantasy sports in general, and of course for sports betting. So the picks that I make are based on the trends, data, analytics, matchups, weather, history, umpires, and officials. Everything, every piece of information we can get our hands on. If I see things pointing me in the same direction, I make a pick on that game. But if you guys want to follow, if you want to fade, that's entirely up to you. I want to make sure you guys feel empowered. I hope you guys are made smarter by the content that we create and the conversations that we have. But I also don't want you feeling like I'm pressuring you to take one side or another. With that said, if you do want to see every pick that I make, DM me on Instagram, ButtFumbleSports. DM me on Instagram to get every bet that I make every day. I give those away for free because I think that's how it should be. With that said, I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy good weather. Enjoy some MLB on your TV screen. I hope you guys have a great day. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay safe. I will see you guys at 4:30 tomorrow. 4:30 on Monday afternoon. That's 4:30 on Monday afternoon to talk some more sports with ButtFumbleSports. Until then, have a great day. Can't wait to talk to you guys again soon. Goodbye, everybody.